control your thoughts. You can't control your feelings, because there is no controller. You are your thoughts and your feelings. And they're running along, running along, running along. Just sit and watch them. Here they go. You're still breathing, aren't you? Still growing your hair? Still seeing and hearing? Are you doing that? I mean, is breathing something that you do? Do you see, I mean, do you organize the operations of your eyes? Know exactly how to work those rods and cones in the retina? Do you do that? It's a happening. It happens. So you can feel all this happening. Your breathing is happening. Your thinking is happening. Your feeling is happening. Your hearing, your seeing. The clouds are happening across the sky. The sky is happening blue. The sun is happening shining. There it is. All this happening. And may I introduce you? This is yourself. This begins to be a vision of who you really are. And that's the way you function. You function by happening, that is to say, by spontaneous occurrence. And this is not a state of affairs that you should realize. I cannot possibly preach it to you, because the minute you start thinking, I should understand that, this is the stupid notion again of I should bring it about, when there is no you to bring it about. See, that's why I'm not preaching. You can only preach to egos. All I can do is to talk about what is. It amuses me to talk about what is because it's wonderful. I love it, and therefore I like to talk. If I get paid for it, then I make my living. Sensible people get paid for doing what they enjoy doing. So this is not you see, this is the whole approach here is not to convert you, not to make you over, not to improve you, but for you to discover that if you really knew the way you are, things would be sane. But you see, you can't do that. You can't make that discovery because you're in your own way. So long as you think, I'm I. So long as that hallucination blocks it. And the hallucination disappears only in the realization of its own futility. When at last you see you can't do it. You cannot make yourself over. You cannot really control your own mind. See, when we try to control the mind, a lot of yoga teachers try to get you to control your own mind, mainly to prove to you that you can't do it. There's nothing, a fool who persists in his folly will become wise. So what they do is they speed up the folly. And so you get concentrating. And you can have a certain amount of superficial and initial success by a process commonly called self-hypnosis. And you can think you're making progress. And a good teacher will let you go along that way for a while until he really throws you with one. Why are you concentrating? See, Buddhism works this way. Buddha said, if you suffer because you desire. And your desires are either unattainable or always being disappointed or something. So cut out desire.
Yo, everybody come on. If you with it, come on. If you ready, come on. If you want it, come on. Bring it on, come on. Come along, come on. STYLES beyond. Yo, everybody come on. If you with it, come on. If you ready, come on. If you want it, come on. Bring it on, come on. Come along, come on. Yo, STYLES beyond.
Oh, here it comes like a scene in Genesis.
Yo, it's like being in a position to get yourself lynched. Attacked with the sick ass 12-inch, the metal blade serenade. Cut by the killer click, what's happening? This is how we took over the atlas. From the beginning, a known rapper stole the stone cactus. What? Know what the fact is?
Galactic arachnids coming with killer venom attachments. Action of words, rip quick, draw fastness. Flash leather attack, medevac in the wounded. Swoop down from 30,000 for troop movements.
Rolling with 2 units. Boogie lounge speaker that's banging the true music. Taking a few bruises. In particular group weapon to shoot crews with.
catchable over your suit's blueprint. Now, who know the roots to the new acoustic? Heavy on the weight, cause we crooked and dropping the scoop stupid. Recoup it, coming for cash, so give it up. Everybody rocking with Riot with Ty, say what? With 2 tapes in the deck that's set to dub over. Press record and absorb the subculture.
Oh, here it come like a scene in Genesis.
Yo, hollow points with anonymous tips. 5 shots in a prime box ready for 6. At the bottom of a crate, you can suffer the same fate. Make a rapper ship 12 platinum and blank tapes. Up rock, morph to A shapes, the Great Dane. Gamma ray, able to bake brains, you might as well shelve it, huh? Still spinning with 12 helmets, something that they punished themselves with. They felt it, vocal velvet, melt metal, excel, quick tell. Everybody in the clique to get down with the Celtic. With the felt tip, attack raps around sound. So bounce now, you ain't got the fingers to count styles. There it is, that ambiguous cat, gritty kitty, my riggy raw rhetoric rap. Piggyback my style, rip, rebirth. Cause I don't give a cuff like the F word reversed.
Oh, here it come like a scene in Genesis.
Yo, get ready for the ride when no one else has been. Check the code locks and strap yourself in. Beware to hold the loops and roller coasters. Out Canoga, what? Same as it ever was. Get ready for the ride when no one else has been. Check the code locks and strap yourself in. Beware to hold the loops and roller coasters. Out Canoga, what? Same as it ever was. Beats, rhymes, style, wicked. All depends on how we kick this. Breakers, sneakers, all the night freakers. Boricua, sleepers, those who might peep us. Crash in the cascade, demon catchphrase. Last missing piece in this puzzle of rap thing. The world in a twist, lost for who to blame. Make a wish, light a flame and toss the boomerang. Yo, #1 through the rain king, the root of pain. Through the vein of a lunar slang, thinking with sharp fangs. People are strange, it got me wondering why. You want fame, make a record that someone actually buys. The click, nobody rips, nobody gets. Not even a half a second to block my rock karate kicks. Chop suey, duck fool, we sharpen my chopsticks. Excellent for trouble and they double as lockpicks. Get ready for the ride when no one else has been. Check the code locks and strap yourself in. Beware to hold the loops and roller coasters. Out Canoga, what? Same as it ever was. Get ready for the ride when no one else has been. Check the code locks and strap yourself in. Beware to hold the loops and roller coasters. Out Canoga, what? Same as it ever was.
You know what? Let's jump back to that time I was Alan Watts.
It's not, you see, this is the whole approach here is not to convert you, not to make you over, not to improve you, but for you to discover that if you really knew the way you are, things would be sane. But you see, you can't do that.
Ah, yes. Alan Watts, who was an English writer, a speaker, and a philosopher, or a self-styled philosophical entertainer. People were oh so fascinated and inspired by his works. Where did he draw these ideas, these concepts? Like, where did something like his sources exist? Where did he get this information? Because I'll admit, right at the beginning of the first times I listened to Alan Watts, I was, of course, quick to be impressed. I was like, whoa. But after I began speaking and kind of like practicing it, I noticed, once it was recorded and done for, going over it, noticing that it sounds somewhat similar, or that I had like abilities. I could produce the same straightforward, easy to grasp concepts that even I found to be inspiring, and that I knew that they came from me. And I knew better than to even think about attempting to just let myself slide and not jump out and put myself on blast and point out that I'm not really that inspiring, or do I have legitimate sources, and that absolutely everything that I come up with and speak about, either on stage or in front of a camera, I pulled on the spot, on the fly, as I was going, right out of my ass. Just materialized from thin air. So that sounds good. About a split second before actually saying it in my mind, like, all right, yeah, that sounds smart and sounds really eye-opening. I'm gonna go with that, and then I would say it. But of course, like anyone else who's not me, I don't have a mind to break down and put on blast the workings of their mind or their trick. They don't know how to decredit themselves and blow their own cover. They're not about that, which is to me so important for them to do, because it helps others understand their potential, their true potential. If I go boom boom this and that without giving my trick away, people will probably be that much more impressed and inspired by what I have to say, but I know that what it was mubs, or made up bullshit. That's all it was. And so I have to wonder, with any other philosopher or speaker, or really anything, any information that's out there, where did it come from, essentially? If you rewind the tape on the origin of all information, you'd come to find out, no matter what the circumstance is, keep rewinding, get all the way to the back, there it is, being extracted out of someone's ass on the spot. Like, there ain't nobody who's special or intelligent. You've got individuals who are a tad bit creative. It's creativity. Intelligent is the ability to collect and log, memorize all of that mubs, because that's what it all is. It's mubs. It's made up bullshit. And an intelligent person has that much more mubs memorized. That's what intelligence is. Somebody who studies or researches, learns, gains knowledge. It's all made up bullshit. In fact, what I'm saying right now, I know to be made up bullshit. It is my educated guess, and I could be several shades wrong for all the fuck I know. But, I kind of take the extra second to really visualize and break down this origin of information, and I did so because I've noticed I can, if I wanted to, and have before, just do that. I can pull unreal amounts of realistic sounding information, complex terminology that doesn't exist. It's not real. It doesn't add up or become recognized anywhere in any writs or ancient writings, no journals, dictionaries. It has my mubs. I made it up. Like expressionism. You know what expressionism is? You fucking tell me. Dualioxinium. Graphilophonium. Beta. Contorixism. They don't have definitions. But they sound like I know what I'm talking about. They sound like I'm the shit. They sound like I have some kind of interstellar psychological connection to an outside existence or world that is not our own. It sounds like it. It almost sounds like you want to get the news on the phone. We got this human alien who's just expressionalizing mad amounts of crazy ubiquinixinium bucanio ethno wialio berco bua symposium gana flo bano beige. And here we've got the Dovamat. Dualoxinium CF7 is what that is, because I said so. Dodecahedron GB63. And here's just a regular old green boy. Acinix bovium right, Acinix bovium left. Maybe. I could just be making all this shit up. You know? You got the Power Core Quad Halogen Expressializer 12, Calvonium Hyperoptic Plasma Turner Overdrive, Belt Sand Galvonium DX Spreadziator. You guys need to remember these for next week's test. The Force Core, give it 3 of them 4 times. And last but not least, 30. Chicken Bacon Ranch medium. That one's personally my favorite. Next week's test. And over here is more information. This is about 5 bars. We got 5 of them. Here's that thing we were talking about earlier. Do you get where I'm coming from? Is what I'm putting down being picked up? Are you grasping my mubs? Does it make sense? I really hope so. Because it's, in my opinion, nearly the most important information for you to understand first before ever even going down the route, the path of learning information in general. Should be the first fucking thing that you are taught, not ABCs, 1, 2, 3, and that's blue and that's green. The first thing you experience on your first day of kindergarten should be a teacher. One of those that really just is there to keep order and form in the classroom, and it has a title. It's called teacher. But typically, for the most part, teachers are intelligent, though almost always lack creativity. They know how to memorize and retain the information that they don't even understand to be mubs. They don't go back and think that far. They don't have a mind to zoom out that far and actually see the whole shebang, as I might be able to do. You never know. Like I said, even right now as I'm speaking, there's no script. I'm not looking at a teleprompt. And I haven't rehearsed at all. I'm just... we get this time. Let's see here. What do we got here? Ah, I might say this next. Ah, here we go. The first thing that a kindergarten teacher on the first day should say is, "Good morning. I don't know what I'm talking about. Any more than you kindergartners who have about 12 and a half dodecameters more creativity than I will ever have or have ever had with my fat fupa fucking kindergarten teacher ass pelvic region, who's pretty much just here to tell you to stop that. Pay attention. Don't laugh too much. Don't have a good time." And single file line, which, look at that, I mean, the idea of a single file line. People walking in formation. Rewind that tape, dude. Someone... I kind of want this. And they were in charge. I don't want you guys scattered. I want it smooth. Straight line. Made of humans. That's how I want you walking down the hallway. Oh shit, it still needs a title. Well, I think I'll go with single file line. Final answer. Yeah. The alphabet. Why is it? I can, right now, if I wanted to, pretend like there isn't such a thing. It hasn't been invented yet, and therefore the canvas is blank and totally up for grabs for someone like me with creativity to sit down and decide what A looks like, or what the first letter, whatever it sounds like and looks like. Both up to me. It doesn't even have to be A, it can be Zin, with the next letter being Ko, and the next letter being Siti. Once you get to W, it's like Gabergoo. You know what I'm saying? Well, it probably sounds extra fucking silly right now, but it's the reality behind it is that is what you're familiar with. You're just simply used to the alphabet and couldn't possibly envision something else. But I am so certain with how vast and massive our galaxy is. There's another Earth. I guarantee it. It has life forms just like ours. There is a land mass to water ratio with its own specific Pacific Oceans, specific seasons. It might be a tad bit larger. It might not be. It might be almost just about spot on in comparison to the size of our Earth. Now you go there. If you were to go there, make it there, it would be so mind-blowing at how everything unfolded on that planet. Because, I mean, the probability, the odds, is just endless. It's infinite. It's not finite. You could go there and fuck knows what you would see. It could be almost 100% similar. You don't even notice a difference until finally you're like, oh, you see someone like pee on a fire hydrant, like right out in public. It's just normal there. Or people having sex, having no clue that that's supposed to be kept under the table and behind closed doors only. And with your spouse, oh yeah, a thick, long relationship prior to that. Every time. I mean, that could be the way on that planet. Or it could be super different. I mean, people could have fucking cone heads. The humans there could all be a single fucking sex that just fucking whack off inside of themselves and get themselves pregnant. It could be no humans, just an Earth. You got bees, centipedes, palm trees, everything. There's no fucking skyscraper anywhere. No dinosaurs either to take the humans out. Just never was humans. Nothing. A perfect world. The sun's shining, and the beavers and fucking termites are hogging up that sun. There's no humans. But that's just Earth number 2 after ours. I believe the number that is actually out there is not even worth discussing from how large it really is. That's what I believe, and I base my information on jack shit. You know where it came from. There it is. It's what I believe. Because I said so. Because I said I want to believe it. It will never be discovered or confirmed. But I best believe. Let's see what else. I want to talk about Earth number 3. This one's got the humans. They're not cone heads. It's very similar, including the size and the shape of that globe. The humans there, unlike Earth number 4, the one that's after that, this Earth number 3 gives no fuck about the comfort or convenience or the suffrage of women, and they are basically treated as human pets or dogs that you fuck. And that's how it is on the entire globe for all of its history. So when you go there and you're like, oh, you can't, blah blah blah. They don't understand what you said because there's no English. But they're like, don't quiero. Esto bacana de baba. Which means, get a load of this dick fuck. Fucking planet are they from? Yeah, all females. Like, they consider a penis evidence of, or a representation of a human, a real human that matters. I mean, they just check for it. This one's got a penis. And it goes down that conveyor belt. If it doesn't have a penis, it goes down this other conveyor belt. It pretty much just flops out in a fucking big basket. Maybe. Mubs. Earth number 4. You want to know about Earth number 4? It's missing. It's just not there. Whoops. Forgot. Underscore. No world. But there's an Earth 5. It's there. That one's up to you. It's a whole Earth just for you decide. Let's see what your ass has got. What's up your ass? I want to hear it. Whoop, there it is. Ding. Let's see what we got baking in the oven. Oh my gosh, it's just verbatim. It's even got a Kevin Bacon and the white stripes. It's the same Earth. Yeah. Chris Farley is Tommy Boy. MTV, you better believe it. That was just my guess of what you would come up with if we relied on your creativity. You probably would just be like, well, I don't know. And because of my ability to speak in front of a group of humans comfortably, either on stage, in video, in a classroom, conference setting, whatever, combining that ability or skill with the element of creativity, as well as a heaping cup full of knowledge and my understanding of what exists and what the terms are, why. I am on this planet of this specific Earth, on this globe. I am the only so-called teacher. Because here's how I know a teacher is not a teacher. Like, when I go into the public school system and I see one at the front of the room, and I know they're being paid to stand there to teach. Dead giveaway. That's not a teacher. I mean, maybe they cause some kind of education and get like a little bit of mubs memorized in their heads, but they're getting paid, which is a strong indicator that they don't give 1/8 of a shit about any of those students' well-beings or futures. They need paid to do what I would do for absolutely free, maybe even less than free. I might actually pay out of my pocket just to make sure one student excelled. If I knew that they needed it, I would get out of bed for just one student without being paid, let alone a whole classroom. You know, I would definitely get out of bed and I would go to the public school system and I would begin my opening statements, including, I don't know any more than you guys what I'm talking about. And I'm not the boss of you. I'm confident that I would be able to maintain that order and form without them having me be the boss of them. I wouldn't need to with the way that I am in my educational techniques. Now, you might wonder at, well, what am I not doing? Why am I not in a public school system? Why am I not a teacher? What is stopping me? Well, I go by the laws of physics. I am Mr. Simple. I don't play that or fall for that. You're going to need to fill out a couple of forms and stop at the main office before even blah 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 thinking about stepping foot. No. Plus, where's your herpaderby degree? Which is a made up fucking idea somebody just created that has its own levels. Like dollar bills do, you know, you got the highest denomination being like a PhD. Someone made that up. I don't know why I would ever even fucking think about going and taking classes when I know that what I'm being taught is from people who didn't know that they didn't know. They don't know that they're instructing and educating students with mubs. They don't even know that. They don't understand that. It's all on this globe about control and following rules like no matter fucking what. That's why I'm not a teacher, because I could attempt to be one, but they would approach me and be like, can I help you as I'm trying? And tell me, you can't do that. They would tell me, you can't do that. I would say, very well. I wasn't being paid. Have a good day. That's why it's not even worth an attempt. But I am, not only a teacher. I am the only teacher. A teacher does not get paid. Not one fucking dollar. What, so I can fucking have my own place to live, an automobile, one of those lives that's oh so fucking conservative, right? Sounds like a teacher. Oh, I don't live with my parents. I need money. I got bills to pay. Huh. Me. Bills? Money? What is that? Teach me. How's that work? $5 bill? But it's only one bill that says 5 on it. You need like 5 pieces of paper? No? Teach me. I want to know this. Teach me. I don't know what money is. I've never seen it. Because there's nothing forcing any human to buy into that and play along with that automatically without stopping and zooming out and like actually exploring their options. Like, I could, in theory, act like I don't know what money is. And then people would have to explain it to you, and when they do, they'd scratch their heads and be like, you know what, this is fucking insane. I can't believe that we go off of this. I can't believe we believe that somebody with more money is better than that person. Because they have more money. Lord knows how they got that. They could have been obtaining that in the most dishonest fucking ways, but once they got it, they're better than that person who has less money, who is an honest person. And yeah, we go off of that system. That one person ever even thinking about being like, what is that? I don't understand. Transaction? How do you mean? Teach me. You could do that. If everyone did that, you would actually transition closer to something like a perfect world. People would eventually start throwing their money on the ground. You would slowly see more often, time to time, dollar bills rustling in the wind on the ground, followed by 5s. There'd be $5 bills on the ground that you would see. Like once a day, you would see a $5 bill or a $1 bill somewhere, because people would be doing that. They would all get involved. They would get down on that. Become a trend. And we would figure out, we would be perfect. We would learn that you can actually get shit done without violence. You don't have to have violence and force. You can actually use humility. You can actually laugh and make fun of whatever you want to change. You can point and laugh at it and find it to be really funny and humiliate whatever it is, and those people will stop doing whatever that is because they're getting laughed at. It's the most powerful weapon. It's even more power than firearms. And you can actually use you can point, just fucking firing rounds, pointing and laughing at somebody who goes and bends over to pick up the money. You point and laugh at them to get them to knock that off. Don't do that. No one does that. You're dumb. You're greedy. You're a piece of shit. We're laughing at you. And that would solve the problem. You would have money on the ground. It would all even out. No one would be better than the other person. It'd kind of be like a universal basic income, kind of. Where do I get this? Where am I getting this information? And I'll admit it. I'll give my trick away. It's, safe to say that these other speakers, these other scientists, these other researchers, these other educators, the folks on the TED Talks, all those people don't derive their information from their ass? Just me? I'm the one full of shit? Exclusively? That's it? End of discussion? How about no, Scott? How about no? They all do the same exact process. They might have like some kind of cards or something that they look over shortly before or something. I really don't know, but they've got to at some point start pulling it out of their ass. Especially if they forget. They've got to do something to keep themselves speaking in front of a group. And they're probably, I'm guessing, nervous as fuck. Oh God. And they can't wait for it to be over. They can't wait for their speech to be done. They can, and get back to their comfort zone of their own house in their automobile. With their super fucking important, helpful, necessity college degrees. Whatever they had. They went to school. That's how you know they're not a fool, right? I don't even have a high school diploma. I dropped out. I don't have a high school diploma. But I kind of come off as somebody who has a college degree. Now, did I get lucky? Is this a coincidence? Or am I living proof that one does not obtain the needed knowledge and information to make it in life by attending this made up fucking idea called school, where it kind of makes sense in the past few decades before there was, access to something like internet, Google, or video platform like YouTube, where you can literally put the teacher or instructor on the screen in HD like they're actually there, like no difference. Yet we still require, whether they like it or not, you're going to school. Yeah, with YouTube waiting for you at home. When the bell rings, then you can pretty much start your fucking education. You have to go to school. I could just never get my head around that. I always knew growing up in public school, something is not smelling right, something's not gelling. Like, I knew I wasn't being helped at all. Like, once I got past about 4th or 5th grade, I'm in 6th grade because I'm required. I'm in 7th grade because I have to be, and so on. And it was never a learning experience. It was like just following fucking orders, and if not, being shamed and guilted. I got an F, meaning I didn't fall right in line and do what I was supposed to do. I got an F, and I was like sad. Like I felt like a failure, you know? How many more kids out there is that happening to? So once you feel like that, you don't fucking get all excited and ready for the next day and then everything's okay. I mean, it's a constant cycle of failure. Where in my world, it doesn't work like that. You got an A for walking in to the classroom. You didn't need to. Totally voluntary school system that you just walk in, just like college is, but at the elementary level. Like if you want to, you can go to school. You're good enough. You win. Your birth certificate is your money. You won. You're good enough. You are not better or worse than that person. You won. Because you're human. I mean, seriously, it's so annoying. Especially like healthcare providers. I mean, they are just right. They write my prescription. I can't tell them, okay, like, because I know my own system, I know my own body, I know what I need, and I know that they make prescription drugs, but I can't prescribe me this and that, and also I need this. They reassure me and they let me know where I went wrong and what I'm really going to be prescribed. This is not that. No. There's gonna be a couple of speed bumps you gotta get over. You need some red tape and some bullshit. And then I might write that prescription for you. I just don't. It's pretty irritating sometimes. So I'm like, I should be the one writing these prescriptions. This is my job. Like, I am the nurse practitioner. There's just no way. Like, I can't go to school for that. I can write the prescriptions, but I could not go to school for that. I cannot memorize that much mubs. Or be that determined to memorize mubs. Prescription drugs are mubs. Somebody at some point invented psychiatric drugs. Somebody invented Adderall, penicillin. Somebody invented this shit.